Okay.
Yes.
شكرا شكرا. أعوذ بالله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. سبحانك سبحانك اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Alhamdulillah, thumma alhamdulillah, all praises are due to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has granted us once again the opportunity and the platform where we can inshallah discuss our endeavor in studies with regards to bettering ourselves with the understanding of the Arabic language, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, this evening we intend, to maybe complete this year's classes, inshallah. And I think it's on a good note to start or to actually conclude, which is where we're ending off with the plurals, which means we did all the parts when it comes to the nouns. No, we did the mufrad, which is the singular noun. We did everything with regards to that, as I've been reminding us all the time. We did the noun itself. Then we did the adjectival phrase, which is the mubtada and the khabr. And then thereafter, obviously, we do the jumlatul ismiya, meaning the sentence, where we had the subject and the predicate, right? So, alhamdulillah, then we went into the studies with regards to the muthanna, which is the dual. Alhamdulillah, I think we managed that quite well as well. And then obviously we did we started off with the plurals, which so thus far we had completed what we call the sound masculine plural. Okay. And now if we look at what is on our screens now, we see our lesson for tonight. It reads the sound feminine plural. So we are familiar with the genders that we are actually doing. We do the masculine gender, which is mudhakkar, and we do feminine gender, which we refer there, as we can see on the screen. Jam'u means plural, mu'annath means feminine, and salimu means the sound plural. And as we can remember, I explained to us in the two lessons past that we're doing, when we look at the plurals, there's two types of plurals. There is the sound plural, as what we are doing now, where the sound is just, like we call it, extended. For example, if we say Muslim, then we just add on the waw and the noon, Muslimun. No? Okay? And then obviously when we do as we would now come to the feminine, we see there's a change there. And then the other type of plural, which we don't touch this year, that is obviously, as we would say, the jam'u taksir, meaning the broken plural, as I also gave us a few examples before. But as I say, we are not really touching that at all. So inshallah, when we go forward in our lesson for today, we would see obviously, there we are, yeah. So when we go forward in the lesson here today, is that big enough? Tamani, can you see that? Big enough? Okay, that seems everybody can understand, because I can remember we couldn't see so well, so I've enlarged it a bit. Okay, so when we look at lesson number 25, we start at the top, the sound feminine plural, and as we know, we go to the very same drill where we said, for example, when we do the plurals, the noun will agree in gender with the adjective. Remember the sifa and the mawsuf. Sifa is the adjective. Mawsuf is obviously, you'd say, the noun that's being qualified or described. Okay? So obviously in this examples here, we're only doing the word at first. Okay? So we start with that whole process. We follow the first one, we always see we just do the noun itself. Then the second one we do is the adjectival phrase. Okay, which is the sifa and the mawsuf. And the third examples that we do, or the third lesson that we will do, which will be lesson number 27, will obviously be where we do the jumlatul ismiya, meaning the complete sentence. Okay? Alhamdulillah. So I will immediately jump into it here. We say that the sound plural is divided into Jamul Mudhakkar Salimu. We did that one there. Mudhakkar means the masculine, the sound masculine plural. And this now that we're doing today is the Jam'ul Mu'annath Salimu, the sound feminine plural. And this chapter deals only with the feminine one, the sound feminine plural, SFP. Okay? Righto. So if you go further, we go down, righto. We take the examples. Obviously, we will see that we're now doing with feminine nouns. So obviously, as we can see, these are all feminine nouns here. Khamidatun. Yeah, Khamidun is most a masculine servant, but here we're looking at feminine. So the word there is Khamidatun, and that means a servant. See there, the normal procedure taking us back to the noun, which is a singular form, where we have the indefinite form of it, a servant, and it's indicated by the un at the back, right? We know that by now. Then we take that the very same one and we make it definite. We say al-khamidatu, right? Al brings about the u at the back, okay? We're comfortable with that. Then we do the following one, which we did, which is the two servants, but now we're looking at the two female servants, right? So when we take the two female servants, khadimatani. Remember, khadimani is the male, khadimatani, where we added, remember that ta marbuta? Remember that round ta now changes to a flat ta. We call it a ta'u maftuha, the open ta, right? Or they call it in Arabic also ta'u ta'wila, meaning the flat ta. Can we see? So the ta is, and we can see now automatically that the ta is going to play a very, very big role in our understanding for this. If we understand the ta, obviously, then it's going to be a very, very easy process ahead. And then obviously when we do the two servants, making it masculine, we're making a dual but definite. We say al-khadimatani. Okay, we did this. So we are all familiar with that. And, if not, then we just need to do our revision on that again. Now, with number 3 is the new one that we're adding on. And now we're looking at the word servants, right? Because we can't say a servants. Servants is automatically, like we would say, it's a plural form, but it is indefinite meaning. Indefinite mean it can be any servants. It is not a specific servant or specific servants, but if you look at B means the servants, obviously you refer to specific servants. So now we can see, and this is what we're doing now. So your khadimatun becomes khadima. See there? Khadimatun. The ta is still there, but the ta now changes to a flat ta. Okay? So one thing that you will then observe is that whenever you do the feminine version of a noun, you will always see it will only be with the mufrad, meaning with the singular form. Soon as you go to the other formats, which is dual, or you go to plural, you'll see that ta becomes a flat ta. But the ta cannot be eliminated, remember, because the ta refers to feminineness. Okay, it brings about the feminine understanding. So khadimatun. And we always say these servants, al-khadimatu. So you can see the format is still the same, un and u, but obviously, as we say, that is still the same, but it's just that the star now changes to a flat ta. Okay, is everybody with me? You can unmute. Everybody with me?
Yes, Imam.
Okay, right, fine. Now we go to the explanation of what I've just explained. Explanation, the first group of examples, the indefinite and the definite singular forms of the feminine noun khadimatun are given, that will be picked up. And then the dual of khadimatun and its indefinite and definite forms is given in the second group, as we would say, the group of examples, that we did there. And obviously now, when we go further, we go number 3, which is the new one we added. Take it up again, sorry. The second, as you see there, the third group, the last group has the sound feminine plural in its indefinite and definite form. See there? So that is all why we say feminine, because all those words, the nouns that we're referring to there is feminine nouns. The sound feminine plural is suffix added at the end of the word by the letters alif and ta. See there? Alif and ta is added when you're looking at the female part here, and that is where we can now see when you look at the masculine part, I just remind us every time, bringing us back. When we look at the masculine sound plural, you just add una on. Remember the waw and the nun, right? The waw, sukun, and the nun. But now when you look at female, remember you add first the alif and then the ta. Okay? Hatin, etc. Respectively. Then note that the alif is preceded by a fatha letter. Okay? Automatically, as we can see, it the letter here we will now change to a sound, fatha letter, and the maftuha takes a dommatain, indicating indefiniteness, and when it is definite, it will take a domma. See there? When there's a al, it will take a domma. So can we see here? Let us just come on, right. Let us just see here. Can we see what we're trying to say? There's the alif we're talking about. Can you see what is in front of alif? A fa. What does the fa take? A sound. See there?
A sound, yeah.
And the ta will take the right? Same
Sound,
thing. This is now obviously the two. Okay, so we can't take this now when it comes to the what we call it, to the dual. But as mentioned here, and this is very, very important. But sometimes then we mix it up. We mix it up. So remember, the ta is your last letter. And it will take a un if it is indefinite, it will take a u if it is definite, meaning if there's a al on there. Okay? And then we say the ta marbuta changes into a ta maftuha, meaning the open ta or the flat ta, when the feminine word changes to the dual or the sound feminine plural. Okay? Are we with me?
Okay.
Right, though. We go on. Here's some examples that we can do. Okay? Right, we can unmute now and we can maybe just participate, inshallah. Unmute yourself. We can see here. Okay, we can see these are all feminine words, firstly. Muwaddafatun, right? Then muwaddafatani, right? And this is a new one. We were saying it is muwaddafatun. Fatun, yeah. Okay. So can we all maybe just start it from the beginning, inshallah, bismillah.
Muwaddafatun.
Muwaddafatani.
Right, we know that we should know, remember, because we did this two already. This is the singular and that is the dual. Now this is the new one that we're learning on, which is
Muwaddafatun.
The second one?
Yeah.
Amilatun.
Next one?
Amilatun.
Beautiful. Next one?
Amilatun. Okay. Sayyidatun.
Sayyidatun.
You see, that's another word for lady.
Sayyidatun.
No, a lady can be nisa'un or imra'atun, right? Or sayyidatun. But sayyida is more lady. Like sir is a sayyid. A sir. If when you address the person now, like, for honorable title, then you would say sayyid, for the man, and the lady is sayyidatun. So therefore we can see that, like, in Arabic, they use different words for different, levels of address. Okay? Right? And then obviously sayyidatani, right? Then the last one?
Sayyidatun.
Beautiful. Next one?
Mufattishatun.
Inspectors.
Mufattishatani. Mufattishatun.
Beautiful. Last one?
Mushrikatun.
Beautiful. Can we see now what we did? The alif, This is the whole change here when we come to the feminine. The alif and the ta being added, right? And importantly, the letter in front of that alif must take a ah. You can't say mushriki, you know, mushrikitun, you know. It must be prolonged. That as sound there with the alif, as we know, that is as referred to as huruful mad. Min huruful mad. Alif with a alif with nothing on there and the letter in front of it having a a sound. So if it's got an e sound, it's not a mad. If it's a u, then it is not a sound, you know. So importantly, remember, you know, that the letter, when you do feminine plural, the letter in front of the alif must always have a a. The reason why I'm emphasizing it, as you will see, that you will come across it when there's no harakat on there. Remember, then you know that letter in front of the alif must have a a sound. Okay, let me just do a little challenge for us. Give me the masculine form of this one here. Muwaddafatun, muwaddafun, muwaddafani, and this one?
Muwaddafuna.
Beautiful, muwaddafuna. Remember, when it comes to the masculine, it's the waw and the nun.
Wow,
right?
the nun, yeah.
Right. So, okay, I'm not going to worry about all that. I'll ask you this one. Give me the feminine of the masculine one of those amilatun.
Amiluna.
Luna, beautiful, beautiful. The next one, workers, lady.
Sayyidu, ni kandi lady ni. Sayyiduna. Rijalun.
No, Sayyiduna.
Sayyid. Oh, Sayyiduna.
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 Male, sir. I can call it the sir.
Yeah, Sayyid. Yeah, Sayyiduna.
Therefore, they say the Prophet Muhammad is Sayyidul Amin. Did they? Sayyidul Amin. This is also one of the titles that, you know, he's a Sir of Amin, meaning a trustworthy person, you know? Sir, meaning Imam with 8 stan, okay? So it is then Sayyiduna, right? And then Mufattishatun.
Mufattishuna.
Mashfashi.
Shuna.
Mufattishuna.
Mufattishuna.
Shuna, yeah. The ta doesn't come in there. Mufattishun.
The nun.
See, the waw just come on there and the nun there. See, waw and the mufattishuna.
Mufattishuna.
Right?
Shuna.
Next one, mushrikatun.
Mushrikuna.
So there that becomes us. Can you see that? Oh,
yeah.
Amiluna and muwaddafuna. See? So there, just remember that, file that as a reference. When you come to the masculine and you put the waw nun on, it takes a u there. And when it comes to the feminine and you add the alif and the ta on, it takes a a there. Okay? Is everybody with me? Everybody with me? Any questions? Can I proceed?
Yes, Imam.
Okay, we go on. New vocabulary that we're going to learn on here. Okay, there we can see there. All together. Do this one, please.
Sayyidatun.
Sayyidatun, right now.
Muttahamun.
Muttahamun. Okay, right now. And this?
Hakimun.
Hakimun is the government. The governor. And then next one?
A'ilatun.
A'ilatun is a family. You know, they were supposed to be had another one also for the family. A'ilatun.
A'ilatun.
Usratun.
Usratun.
Usratun and A'ilatun. Right now, and yeah.
Jalisun.
Means to sit, not sitting. Jalisun. Okay.
Smiling.
Mubtasimun.
Okay. Mubtasimun. Means smiling.
Shakirun.
Okay. And then?
Shakirun.
Shakirun is thankful. Huh? And then?
Mushrikun.
Okay. Very, very important. So there, alhamdulillah, we understand that. I'm not going to ask us for for the plurals there. Let us just take it a little bit further. Just exercise number 1. Then we can go on to lesson number 2. if everybody's come through. Okay, fine. Righto. Translate into Arabic. These are all feminines. Can you see they're all F's? Righto. The professors you must now give me the Arabic here for what they're asking. So the professors. So this is plural. Professor?
Ustadun.
Ustad.
Ustadatun.
Ustadatun.
Professors is all that. Adatu. Tun.
Al-Ustadatun.
Astudatu. Astudatu.
Al-Ustadatu.
Al-Ustadatun, yeah. Al-Ustadatu, yeah. Al.
Okay. Ustadatun was right. Ustadatu. Righto. Next one. 2 friends. Friends. Mama Anna. Friends.
Sadiqatani.
Sadiqun.
Sadiqatani.
Sikatani.
Sadiqatani. Why? Feminine, huh? And
Yeah.
two male friends.
Sodikatuna.
Sadiqani.
Sadiqani. Sadiqani. Pakistani. Ahmed, ik wil niet. Ahmed is zo. Je hebt Ahmed gezien, ja. Unmute met Ahmed. Je hebt Ahmed unmute daar. Righto. Next one. The 2 teachers, females.
Al-Muallimatani.
Al-Muallimatani.
Al-Muallimatani. See the 2 teachers, the Muallimatani, right?
Tani.
And if I ask you to give me the plural of that, the female teachers.
Al-Muallimatu.
Al-Matuna.
Remember that.
Al-Muallimatu.
Yeah, before the ta must be a prolong. Before the ta must be atun.
Atun. Alimatad. Alimatun.
Remember,
Alimatun.
before the ta, there must be a prolonging, meaning a khurufu mad, because you have a alif that's going to stand alone. Remember, and remember what we said when that alif. What must be on the letter before the alif? Must be a sound. Therefore, you must add the mim there. The mim is must say muallimatun.
Al-Muallimatu.
Okay.
Al-Muallimatu.
Hypocrites. Plural. Feminine. What's a hypocrite? Mama Anna, hypocrite?
Munafiqatun.
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 Munafiqatun. Okay, most as hypocrites is nie 'n hypocrite nie, Qatun at the back, yeah. Right on. A principal.
Mudiratun.
Come again?
Mudiratun.
Mudiratun, yeah.
A principal, one principal, see there?
Mudiratun, yeah.
And if you must say a lot of principals, plural principals.
Mudiratun.
Mudiratun.
A guide.
Murshidatun.
Murshidatun.
And if we say a plural, a female guide.
Murshidatun.
Remember, the ta must be there and the a must be there, right? A lady, female.
Sayyidatun.
Sayyidatun. We did that one, right? The listeners, female. Mujtami'un.
Mustami'atun. Al-Mustami'atun.
Not where's the pronunciation? Mujtami'atu. Remember before
Listeners are correct.
Al-Mustami'atu.
Al-Mustami'atu. Righto. Next one, the two servants.
Usul.
Khadimatani.
Khadimun, khadimatani.
Khadimatani.
And then the two lecturers.
Lecturer. What is lecturer?
Lecturer was
Oh.
Mukhadiratani. Mukhadiratani.
and then
Al-Mukhadiratani.
and plural for
Al-Muhadiratani.
Khadira.
Al-Muhadiratani.
Mukhadiratun.
المخدرات المخدرات
Mukhadiratun.
Okay, fine. Righto. Okay, everybody tell me. So come confident, inshallah. Can I move on to the next lesson? Are we comfortable with the formation of the plural, sound plural, just just when we do the what we call it, the noun itself? Everybody, anybody, any questions with regards to it? Ahmed?
Yeah.
Ahmed, ek sien Ahmed is nog mute.
Ahmed is stalsieke.
Nou, Ahmed sukkel kom af en toe.
No video.
Ahmed. Ahmed kan
Maar was nou daar geweest, man.
Nee, Ahmed is hier, maar Ahmed is nog op mute. Anyway, okay, fine. Tajaris, you comfortable, my friend? Tajaris?
Yes, yes, I am.
Are you comfortable with Tajaris?
Yes, I am. Shukran.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, now, inshallah, can I move on to the next level?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Naam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Number 26. Okay. So remember what we did now. Does Raji okay?
26. Okay. Inal Muslimatu.
Okay. Now we come to the next one. The next one is now, as we say, the normal procedure that we follow after we did just the noun. Now we're going further when we refer to the adjectival phrase. And obviously when we do an adjectival phrase, then the normal understanding comes about when we look at the mubtada and the khabar. No, not mubtada, we look at the sifa and the mawsuf. Sifa means the adjective, right?
Adjective, yeah, describing the noun.
Ons in Afrikaans die beskrywing,
Describing, yeah.
So that's the sifa, and obviously the mawsuf is then
The
obviously noun which is described.
Describing.
Now when we're looking at this, and I think just to give us a heads up again, as I would always remind us, remember whenever we do sifa and mawsuf, or as they got on top there, we refer to as the adjectival phrase, which means that is not a sentence. Remember, it is not a sentence. Why? Because you see, we've got a subject, but we haven't got a predicate, right? So it doesn't give us a full lesson. So what a full sentence mark. So what happens here is, just remember that whenever we do the adjectival phrase, the noun always comes first.
Always.
The noun is always first, and the sifa explaining the noun comes after the noun, which we call the mawsuf. But importantly, remember, because we'll see when we speak in English, we speak about an outstanding lecturer. But when we refer to the Arabic, we say muhadiratun, which is lecturer. Muhadiratun is outstanding. And I just want us to take note of that formation, of that adjectival phrase, right? So let us go on here. Al-Arabiyatu, Al-Ingiliziyatu, okay? Meaning, when we look at the English part, it reads as an outstanding lecturer. We refer to female here because it's now, as you can see there, sound feminine plural again. But when we look at the Arabic, it says muhadiratun, fadilatun. Very, very important. They must agree in gender. Must agree in gender and in number. So lecturer is indefinite, and therefore is fadilatun, meaning the description is also
indefinite.
Indefinite. Okay, very, very important. Right? We all agree with me. And very, very important in number. See, this is plural. This is, this is singular. Mukhadiratun is a singular. Fadilatun is also singular. Can you see?
Singular,
So
yes.
they agree in number, they agree in gender. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Right. Now we come to the next one. We're looking at, we say, muhadiratani fadilatani. See that? We know that one. We have done that before. Just want to see. He was sending you a message, yeah? Okay. Muhadiratani fadilatani. We know that. We did this already before. Can we see? Muhadiratani, that is two lecturers.
Two lecturers.
And obviously, fadilatani refers to two as well in number. So both of them agree in number. Adad. Adad is number. Right? So out in front of us, soos ons sê in Afrikaans, both of them are dual. You can't have a dual noun and you have a plural, what you would say, adjective. If the one is dual, the other one must also be dual. If the one is singular, the other one must also be singular. And as we're going to come to number 3, muhadiratun. See the same format that we did, but now also fadilatun. See, alif and ta. See, alif, lam, same format. The alif here with nothing on, the letter in front of it taking a. So you must have a prolongation before you say the ta. And obviously, your adjective will be exactly the same. Fadilatun. Okay? Fadilatun. Okay? Fadila, fadilatun, fadala. All from the same root. Then we say the outstanding lecturer, or make it no different. Then it is al-muhadiratul fadilatu. Remember, can we see here? Both is al. Al. We're going to come to the next one. As soon as that becomes, like we would say, the al is taken away, and it becomes, like we would say, a singular word, or what? A singular word, or it becomes, like we would say, not definite, what you call it, indefinite, then automatically we look at the formation of a sentence. Can we see now? So that is how our mind should already work, because this is what we did, the following weeks, or the previous weeks that we had done. Okay, right. Everybody with me there. Now we're gonna. I'll say off. Right. Next one. Now we come to this one. Number 2, al-muhadiratul fadilatu, right? We're making it definite. And this al-muhadiratani, thanil fadilatani, right? Right, that we did already. And we come here, al-muhadiratul fadilatu. Al-muhadiratu fadilatu. See there? It goes into one another, and then the reason, and please take note of this, and when you do your muraja'ah, please look at the formation. I tell you why, because you're going to read in the Quran, you're going to read in Arabic texts, then you're going to see 2 words like this, then they both have al on, then automatically the one is the sifa and the other one is the mawsuf, and which means daai 2 woorde gaan tesame. You know what I'm trying to say? Please take note of that, because we find, with all due respect, lots of students, they mix the 2 up, and they're confused. They become confused because what they do is that they, sometimes, like I say, we need to remember when it comes to the Arabic language, and when you translate, you can change the meaning completely. And I emphasize it. You can change the meaning completely, because when you look at something in Arabic and your mind gives you an English or another type of explanation in another language, because of the formation of the sentences, you will find that you can confuse yourself. Okay? So it's very, very important. Just look at the formations, as you can see, the al both have al, so they are now connected. Soon as this one haven't got an al, and it's like as Tamani said, indefinite, then remember, then this becomes the subject and that becomes the predicate. you know?
Predicate.
Okay, right. Oh, let us just do the explanation quickly. As I went through it, just try and follow. In example one, the adjectival phrases are in the indefinite form or the single, dual, and plural forms. Remember we did that, no? They both were either singular or either dual or either plural, and they were all together in the same sentence. You won't find, as I say, you won't find a sentence where you have a singular and a dual and a plural all together. It doesn't link up. Number two, example two, the adjectival phrases are in the definite form of the singular, the dual, and the plural, which means each of them had an al on there. Remember? Definite. Then the third one is the adjective, as can be observed in the examples, must agree with a noun. It describes in gender and in number. Okay?
Number.
See that? Number, daar's 'n gender. Hulle is al twee feminine met die ta aan en hulle is in dieselfde number. See, this one here is lecturers. So fa'dilatun, fa'dilun moet ook wees fa'dilatun. It must agree, in the same pattern here. And therefore, if this is plural, then if this is plural, then the adjective describing it must also be plural, right? If the adjective if the noun or the mawsuf is dual, then the sifa must also be dual. Remember, you won't find the one being dual and the other one being what we call it, singular or plural, right? Let us just unmute, please, Kanala, and then we can start saying all these examples again. These are all examples of the indefinite sound, feminine, plural. Okay, we go on this one. Bismillah. Excellent authors.
Mu'allifatun mumtazatun. Mumtazatun.
Remember, I just want us to, as we do this, is the least very important. But please just check the formation of your sentences. I don't want us to just read and then we don't take note of the formation. This baie belangrik. I leave there in the ta. That's very important. So I don't want us. I will automatically know that we're just singing with if I hear mu'allifatun. Because you should by now pick up that when I'm doing, like we would say, when I'm doing feminine plural, the last sound before the ta must be a mad. Okay, it must be a mad. You can't say mu'allifatun. Khata. Must be mu'allifa. It would fa mu'allifatun and then mumtazun. I can't explain mumtazatun. Remember? And remember that is because you automatically in your mind already knows that it is right. So I'm going to watch out for that now. Okay. So if there's a whole lot goes through like this and there's no, and I mean, everybody do the prolongations properly, then I'm not going to check the questions, But as ek sien julle hak en julle whatever, dan sal ek goed questions vra vir myself vir julle te stel. Okay, are we all in agreement with that?
Yes, Imam.
So ek wil nie hoor net een mens antwoord die hele tyd nie. Ek ken almal die stemme wat geantwoord het. Almal die stemme ken ek wat geantwoord het. So as ek sien die ouens wat dan mond nou weet ek Fadal, maak maar net 'n joke. Go for it. Okay, bismillah. First one,
Mu'allifatun mumtazatun.
Beautiful. Next one.
Talibatun
shahidatun.
Beautiful. Next one.
Tilmidatun muhtaramatun.
Muhtaramatun.
Muhtaram, what is the meaning of muhtaramun? Is respectful. Ikhtiram. Same with ikhtiram, or ikram. Is it ikhtiram? Ikhtiram is the word. See there? So we say to give respect. Okay? Ikhtiram, make ikhtiram for that person means to give respectful. Okay? Which tahidatun, we know that word. excellent, we know Mumtazun, you know, Mumtazatun, we know that one. Alhamdulillah, excellent, beautiful, man. Can we see what I'm trying to say? That is how you need to do your revision. And if you can do your revision like that, then you can say to yourself, Alhamdulillah, ek verstaan. You know, ek ga die exams pass, you know. Other than that, okay, right on. Next one. Definite, what is this? Sound.
feminine.
Sound female plural.
Okay, now we can see we're doing definite, so we're adding the al on. And always remember, when something is definite, dan is daar niks toens agter nie. You see what I'm trying to say? And that is how I, as a student, look at it. And that is how I expect, you know, you also as students to look at it, you know, and to see it in that particular manner. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you'll see, inshallah, you won't have a problem because ons het 'n lekker holiday wat nou voor lê, so lekker om te exercises and to practice and allemaal daar, inshallah. No? Okay, right on, let's go. The sincere foreigners.
Al-ajnabiyatul mukhlisatu.
Lisatu, yeah.
Mukhlisatu.
Two mukhlisatu.
Beautiful. Go again, all together.
Al-ajnabiyyat mukhlisatu.
Okay. So obviously, can anybody tell me what is the root words of that? If I say the root words, it means root. Root. The t. Okay. The root word for that.
Sharikun. Sharikun.
You know, so that you are able to pick up. What I'm trying to give you now, so that you are able to pick up the actual origin of the noun. You know what I'm trying to say? Because all the atuns and als, all that is all added on, right? I want you to tell me what is the root word of that phrase there.
Sharikun.
Al-ajnabiyatu
Nabiyun.
mukhlisat.
Janibun.
Janab.
Janabun. Janabiyun.
Ali alweer.
Yeah.
Janabi.
No, foreign. What is the foreign?
Janab. What?
Ajnabiyun.
Ajnabiyun.
The four letter.
foreigner.
Ajnabiyun.
Remember, take the al away. The al away.
Root word. Yeah.
Ajnabiyun. Okay?
Ta.
Ajnabiyun. Oh, Ajnabiyun.
Ajnabiyun.
So the
Because
singular.
Ajnabiyun.
make it definite, and
The
atu
singular form.
makes it feminine. I mean plural. And the next
Plural.
mukhlisat.
Mukhlis.
Mukhlisun.
Mukhlisun, yeah. Since he's mukhlisun.
See, can we see? Alhamdulillah, you know, that is how we must actually do our muraja'a and go over it. Then you'll see. Gaat ons sê, nee, ek ken nog baie min van die boek. Why? Because every time you're going over it, you will find, oh my word, I missed this. Oh my word, I missed that. Oh my word, I understand that now. Oh, you know, inshallah, you know. And that is how you can in turn do the same by teaching others, you know, how to. And by teaching others, I can assure you, by teaching others will make you more comfortable with the language. Because then you're in touch with it all the time. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the reason why I enjoy it so much. And daarom, hoe sal ek sê, renoveer ek so vir julle, you know? Net so gekastei gewees, so don't worry. You know? It's my time now to rejoice, and in turn, your time will also payback time. Say, next one.
Asharikatu.
Sharikatul adilatu.
Adilatu. Asharikatu.
Adilatu.
What is your root word?
Sharikatun.
Sharikun.
Sharikatun.
Adilun.
And
Adilun.
as the man
Adilun.
also is right. The man is also right. The man is giving us the feminine part there. Sharikatun, right? That's the feminine part. Sharikatun and adilatun. Okay? Adilatun. Okay? Al-adilatun. Last one, inshallah, the friendly girls.
Al-banatul.
Albanatul. Anisatu.
النساء
Anisatu.
نساء
An
Anisatu.
البنات
Al-banatul.
Tul anisatu.
Anisa.
أنيسة
Anisatu.
أنيسات
Anisatu.
Anisun is more friendly.
Mm.
Anisatun is friendly.
Anisun.
Anisa.
Anisun.
Anisat.
Can you see
Anisun.
they're taking the harakat away and we don't know our words.
Mm.
This is a word of Khida. No? Anyway, alhamdulillah, we're going on. Okay, so as we go on here now, we will see, inshallah, new words. Okay, and here we go. Bismillah.
مجرمون
Criminal.
مجرمون
Mujrimun.
Mujrimun, criminal. No?
Criminal.
Mujrimun. And you see Allah spoke Rabbaniga. Mujrimuna, right? Mujrimuna, that is your plural.
Criminal.
Criminals. No? And that's criminals, meaning they are transgressors. They are people
Criminal.
that, like we would say, you see, there's a difference. We can see when sometimes when a person does something wrong, you know, then Allah Ta'ala use different phrases. We say munafiqun is a hypocrite. Mujrimun is a criminal. Criminal, what's a criminal? A criminal is somebody who does things. As also says, who's Tamani says, is muzvalach. Hy doen allemaal die verkeerde dinge, you know. Hy doen nie dinge because he knows he doesn't know it's wrong. He knows it's wrong, but he just wants to be off track. Verstaan? He's a criminal. He knows that he's doing wrong and therefore he's making life difficult for others. Okay? Righto. Let us go on here. Okay, fine. Mujrimun. Okay?
Mujrimun. Yeah.
Isn't the word foreigner?
Ajnabiyun.
Ajnabiyun.
Ajnabiyun. See that word there? Ajnabiyun.
Ajnabiyun.
A grandfather?
Jaddun.
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 Jaddun. Jaddun. Yeah.
Waiting?
Muntadirun.
Muntadirun.
Muntadirun. Muntadirun. Muntadirun. Waiting. Libyan?
Libiyun.
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 Respectful?
محترم
Muhtaramun.
Muhtaramun.
Okay, sick.
Muhtaramun.
Maridun.
Idun.
Maridun. Okay, busy.
Mashghul.
مشغول
مشغول. أنا مشغول. مشغول.
Jiddan.
ايوه اما الاسود بعيد جدا بعيد بزي بعيد بيسخ بزيها مشغول جدا beautiful مشغول جدا تفرق مشغول جدا بانجلاdesh بعيد بيسخ standing
Qa'imun.
Qa'imun.
قائم
and a Tunisian
Tunisiyun.
Tunisiun.
okay and now let us see
Tunisiun.
plural feminine
Mujrimatun.
Mujrimatun. See that feminine?
Mujrimatun. Yeah.
Mujrimun as was now masculine, right? So you want to make that
Mujrimatun.
a plural for masculine
Female.
plural? Or how will you do that?
Feminine. Mujrimuna.
Mujrimuna, right? Why? Because when
Mujrimuna.
it's masculine, then you add a waw and a nun. Okay?
Yeah.
Just to give a guide. If I say to you, make that feminine, then you know the ta must come on. So you first, the best is to first
Mujrimanun.
Make it
Mujrimatun.
singular.
first give the singular form. Mujrimatun.
Mujrimatun.
And then feminine, mujrimatun. Okay?
Mujrimatun.
Okay, here we have grandfather. Can somebody tell me what is the feminine word for grandmother? What is the grandmother?
Jaddatun.
MashaAllah, jaddatun. Jaddatun.
Jaddatun.
No, not jaddatun.
Jaddatun.
That is
No.
plural.
For mother.
Jaddatun. This is most a singular
For
grandfather.
grandfather.
So it will be a singular grandmother will be jaddatun.
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 Okay.
Jidda.
Jidda, yeah.
Jiddan.
Okay,
Is it
fine.
there?
Next one, right? So now we go on. Just the one exercise quickly before we go to the very last. Right, Trevor criminals. Trevor.
There's no criminals.
مجرمون
Mujrimun.
Mujrimun.
Zakiyun. Zakiyun. Clever.
Zakiyun.
المجرمات المجرمات
Al-mujrimatul.
لكن الذكيات
Al-zaki.
الذكيات
Zakiyatun. Zakiyatun.
Zakiyatun. Yeah.
Zakiyatu.
Al-mujrimatul.
Al-mujrimatul.
Zakiyatu.
Zakiyatu.
Aywa. Okay. Righto. Anyway, inactive workers. Workers is
عاملون عاملة for feminine عاملات عاملات
Amilatu.
حاملات
not kha.
عاملات عاملات خاملات
Amilatun, khamilatun.
Amilatun. Khomilatu.
Okay, that is was now
Khamilatun.
it's called indefinite, right?
Indefinite, yeah.
Two successful students.
Students.
الطالبات
طالبة
والطالبات
الطالبات what is successful
الطالب
Successful
Two.
students.
Talibata.
Tolibatan.
two
Tolibanil. Tolibatanil.
Successful.
أدبتا أدبا تاني
ناجح
Najikha.
ناجح ناجحات الناجحتان
Tani.
Najikhata.
Najikhatani.
Najikhata.
Najikhatani.
Okay, fine. Anyway,
الثاني
anyway, let us. So, okay, fine. That is for us for homework. You know, when we carry on. Is there any questions before I go to the last what we call it section that we're gonna do?
Double ayat.
Any questions? Everybody comfortable with that understanding of that the phrases? Alhamdulillah. Okay, fine. The very last one,
Phrases.
inshallah, the nominal sentence. Okay? The nominal sentence. The nominal sentence, obviously, as we know, there we can see where we have the differences, where we say the one is definite and the other one is definite. Let us just go through this quickly, inshallah. Fakhri, we will just do this last session, inshallah, then we will conclude. Okay, the nominal sentence. As we know, nominal sentences, we did the following. We first did the ordinary noun, then we did the adjectival phrase, but now when it comes to the sentence, Jumlatul Ismi, it means we have one which is definite and the other one is indefinite. Remember that description we did? So the rules for the singular, dual, and sound masculine plural in the nominal sentence are the same in the case of the sound feminine plural. For example, if we, where are we now? I don't, here we are. Sayyidatun basimatun, smiling ladies, right? Remember, you're going to still have, as we had said, they agree in gender, they agree in adat, in
number
number, okay? But soon as we look at that is now when we look at when you say the adjectival phrases as we did, okay? And we can see this one is indefinite, right? It's got the un at the back, see there? But the plural is still there, the atun, see there? Basimatun and sayyidatun. The root is obviously sayyidatun and basimatun, right? Basimatun. But obviously when you make the plural, you add the alif and the ta on there, right? Now we make a definite as-sayyidatul basimatu, right? Both is al. That's also a phrase. Can you see there? That's not a sentence. If I say to you, smiling ladies, that's not, you won't understand what about the smiling ladies. But yeah, the third one, when we say it's a jumlatul ismiya, means it's a nominal sentence, which means it's a complete sentence. We have a subject and we have a predicate. See there? We have a subject, which you would say, here we can see, As-sayyidatu,
Datu.
the ladies.
Basimatu.
Basimatun.
Basimatun.
See there? Can you see it? There hasn't got an al in there. See there? So they don't agree number here.
Mm.
Can you see there? They're both plural. Important. They must both be plural, or they must both be singular, or they must both be, like we would say, dual. But they won't be the one is definite and the other one is indefinite. Okay?
Indefinite.
And
Indefinite,
therefore,
yeah.
it will now, so when you see this, as-sayyidatu means the ladies, but if you say basimatun, then it means smiling.
Smiling.
So obviously, then you add R or E's in there. Remember? Then it
See.
becomes a sentence. You see, so this is your subject, this is your predicate.
Smiling.
Stand up at all? This is your subject, that is your predicate, which means the subject is like, for example, who you address, and about them, you say it is the, or we say,
Predicate, yeah.
and the English is like object, no? Say the object and the
Object.
subject, no? Right. You see, now the only thing that's missing there is the verb. And inshallah, that we're going to do in 2021, inshallah, when we restart,
Inshallah.
we will do the verb. Okay?
The verb.
The verb. And then we will be able to comply or complete a complete sentence, inshallah. But this is a complete sentence. The ladies are smiling. It makes sense. It's a sentence. See there? But how do you pick it up? You pick it up that the one is definite and the other one is indefinite. But importantly, they agree in number. See there?
Number, yeah.
They are both plural. You can't say as-sayyidatu basimun or basimatun. Why? Because basimatun is for singular. Or you can't say basima, basimatanini, because that is indefinite. Sorry, that is dual again.
Dual.
This is plural, then that must be plural. If this is
Plural,
dual, then that must be dual. But the only difference you will pick up here, there's no al here, and that is when it makes a complete sentence. Okay, is there any questions with that analysis there? Any questions?
No, Imam.
Okay, here we go further. Let us just read it quickly. Explanation. In examples 1 and 2, the indefinite and the definite phrases of the singular, of the sound, female,
plural.
We did that there. 1 and 2. Number 2 was the example is the nominal sentence of the singular, of the sound, feminine, plural.
Feminine, plural.
The subject as-sayyidatu is definite and the feminine, but its predicate basimatun, see there? Is indefinite and feminine plural. Okay? Here's some more examples that we can use. Examples that was all read it. The inspectresses are laughing. See there? Mufattishatu.
Tahikatun.
Tahikatun.
The easiest way for you to pick it up is no al here. See there? So that one is definite. This one is indefinite. So obviously, as you can see, if there aren't any harakat on there, you will know that this one will take only a u and that one will take a un. Why? Because it is a complete sentence. Can you see there? But importantly, as I explained to us above here, you find that this is feminine and that must also be feminine. You will find also that this is plural and that is also plural. Okay? Everybody with me? Amal Samame?
Yes, Imam.
No.
Mahmoud Ahmed? Is everybody with me?
Yes, Imam.
Okay, fine. Maaf. Right, now can we all read that one and this one in Fadlik? Bismillah.
Al-Mufattishatu tahikatun.
Tahikatu.
Again, everybody.
Al-Mufattishatu tahikatun.
Right, next one.
Al-Muhadiratu.
Raji'atun.
Raji'atun. First two, plural returning. See there? Muhadirun. So inshallah, I'm just trying to guide us as to how to do muraja'a when we go over these lessons. It is important that as you go over these lessons that you, as I did it there, you try and find your singular roots. find your singular root of it, and then also test yourself. How can I make this masculine, etc., etc. Inshallah, you will find from there onwards, you know, it will almost like come like second nature to you. Allah, I won't tell you a word of a lie. Because mind gaat al sommer so dink. You see, your mind already thinks like that. You know, when you look at it and you say, oh, but your mind already said, but now what is the masculine of that? What is the dual of that? You know, and something like that, inshallah. And then you can maybe even make that. Therefore, inshallah, what I would suggest you do all those exercises. Go through it. I mean, I don't mind to give us a long holiday, inshallah. Even if we must start in February, if it's okay with you, or whatever. Like I said, the class can decide. But go over take your time and make at least once a week, you know, for your own time just to go over it. You won't lose it because when you have it, it can't take a similar like when you read Quran. If you can read Quran, the more you read, obviously, the more, like you would say, the more you're able to actually, you know, rhyme the words and be able to get your, what you call it, your conjugations, you know. Yeah. And your tajweed will almost improve, obviously, and then you find eventually you don't look out for the tajweed, but you get so much feel in your mouth name, and it doesn't sound right. You know what I'm trying to say? It doesn't feel right, you know. So inshallah, do it. So you know, then you can see, because I mean, to leave all this off now, I'm telling you, and you're gonna try and come back next year and to do all this. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be easy for you as a student yourself, because you're gonna say yes, you get amal dagen, you know. Why did you take holiday? Holiday you must take so that you can take a break and relax your mind, inshallah. Okay, righto. The girls are thankful, righto? Everybody?
Al-banatu
Shakiratun.
See that? Al-banatu. Bintun. See that? You ask yourself.
Bintun.
Shakirun.
Shakirun, yeah.
Shakiratun. 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 See that? Righto. Next one. The aunts are going.
Al-khalatu. Zahibatun.
What?
Al-khalatu.
Zahibatun.
Zahibatun. Al-khalatu. We'll come to this now. The word
Khalati.
Khalati and ammati most. No, what's the clad? You know, Khalati is sister from or auntie from mother.
Maternal aunt.
Maternal meaning my mother's sister. Obviously, ammati is like ammi, meaning my father's brother or my father's sister. Okay, but look at the word. You see, the normal verb to go is dhahaba. See there?
Dhahaba, yeah.
Because they are going.
Dhahaba, yeah.
Dhahibun.
Going. Dhahibun.
Dhahibun is going. Dhahaba is to go. Dhahibun is going. We put the ing on. But females are going. Dhahibatun. See there? You see there? So you can't say, you know, al-khalun or al-khalun or al-khalun. Dhahibatun is wrong. Why? Because this one is feminine, that is masculine. See there? Okay, so it must be feminine and feminine, but they will have the difference in the one being definite and the other one indefinite. Okay, right. Next one, the last one.
Al-mutazawwijatu.
Asimatun.
Mutazawwijatu.
Basimatun.
The married. See, we have ladies. Can you see what I'm trying to try to point us was earlier? Remember when you look at ladies, then it is like, as we say, you know, sayyidatun. Remember? Sayyidatun. But now when you refer to married ladies, mutazawwij. See that? Mutazawwij. Ladies who are married. Uzawwij. Marrying. So the word man. Uzawwij. When somebody gets married, say like uzawwiju. I am marrying you. You know?
Uzawwiju.
So mutazawwij. The married mutazawwijatu basimatun. See that?
Zawja.
Zawja means spouse.
Spouse.
Basimatun. See that? Basimatun. Okay. Alhamdulillah.
Hmm.
And I think we do the last bit here quickly of the
Vocab.
Vocabulary.
vocab, inshallah. Right? Very good. Everybody?
Amun.
Amun.
Ammun. Ammun.
Amun.
Ammun. Okay. And
Kholun.
Qalun.
Ammun. Beautiful. Yeah, returning.
راجع راجع
Raji'un.
Raji'un. Right?
مت
Mutadayyinun.
Religious, mutadayyinun. You know, that's my in word. That's other words. What do we refer to as salihun and amal dain? That's also another word for religious.
Tadayyinun.
Iraqiyun.
Iraqiyun.
Iraqiyun. No, Iraqiyun. Laughing.
Dahikun.
Dahikun.
Dahikun. Right? And then understanding.
Fahimun.
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 فهمت
Fahimun. A cultured person.
مثقف
Sakafun.
Kafun.
Sakafun.
Obviously, as we know, most when you're going to make this feminine, you put that feminine ta on, right? A married man.
Mutazawwijun.
Tazawijun.
Zawjun, and the females mutazawijatun.
Mujatun.
Zawijatun.
The last one.
Kawi.
Kuwain.
Kawitiyun.
Kuwaitiyun.
Kuwaiti.
Kuwaitiyun.
Kuwaitiyun.
Yeah, okay, Kuwaiti. Yeah, Kuwaiti. Inshallah, as you can see here, for example, like I just want to point out certain things. Like you see there, when you add the ing on, the ing, you know, then it's no more a verb. It now refers to, like to return means would be raja'a. See that? Raja'a. But now returning is raji'un. You put the alif in there. You see that? Same here as dahika means to laugh. You know, dahika means to laugh, but laughing dahikun. See that? Dahikun. Inshallah. Okay, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. We have reached, you know, the end of our first year of, you know, of our sessions. Alhamdulillah, I think first we thank Allah Ta'ala for granting us, you know, the opportunity, you know.
Ameen. Ameen.
All the things that we've gone through with the challenges of COVID epidemic, with all the challenges, those of us who had suffered, you know, what you call losses in various ways, to death, to the loved ones that had passed on. Also, we heard just earlier on also, you know, Pata Anwar, you know, from Victoria, Pata Anwar Wyatt, his brother also passed away, you know, and now, alhamdulillah, may Allah Ta'ala grant him. And then also I had a very good friend, very good man, you know, he also passed away, you know, today, you know, so may Allah Ta'ala grant them all a higher abode in Jannah.
Ameen.
Ameen. Ameen.
With, you know, contentment and understanding with
Ameen.
Allah
Ameen.
Ta'ala. And inshallah, may Allah Ta'ala, through these challenges, you know, just make us successful in whatever we do. And that we all realize, inshallah, that whatever we can do, we must do to the best of our ability.
Ameen. Ameen.
To always be of a service to mankind. That's very, very important.
Ameen.
Because you can see, you know, like as you know, as Allah Ta'ala takes us away, at least, you know, we should be able to die, or with Allah to take us away. First, obviously, with our full iman and consciousness.
Ameen.
To die happy in that we are carried out of the amanas that we have been entrusted with, and we tried our best, inshallah. And as we can see, you know, it just happens. You know, it's like that is with the decree of Allah Ta'ala. Inshallah, shukran. You were all very, very happy. You know, very, very dedicated students. Alhamdulillah, we're still sitting here with 13 of us. Alhamdulillah, and I think, you know, it was very good to see. You know, we started off with a big amount, and alhamdulillah, the others are all following still. You know, and we're happy with that. And inshallah, we ask Allah Ta'ala to open our minds and grant us, you know, time to relax and catch up. You know, we can. And inshallah, you know, may Allah Ta'ala grant us whatever we do, we may become successful. And maybe next year, inshallah.
Ameen. Ameen.
Okay. So inshallah, shukran from my side, each and everyone. You enjoy and you keep well. And it was nice to spend the Tuesday nights, you know, in your company. Alhamdulillah.
Ameen.
Shukran.
Shukran to you too, Imam.
Salam.
Shukran to you and to everybody, Imam.
Everybody enjoy the holiday, inshallah.
Inshallah.
آمين
Shukran.
آمين آمين.
And study now.
Okay. Shukran, Imam. And enjoy Imam's holiday.
Say salam Fatima Mariam also.
I will install.
Okay, salam.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
شكرا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام.
Selamat.